I'd like to introduce you to SQR Performance ignition products. The SQR Performance product lineup includes 8mm wire sets and 8.5mm wire sets, both universal cut-to-fit sets as well as direct fit sets. Let's talk about what makes SQR Performance products stand out and make them better than the competition. The measure of performance in an ignition wire is resistance. The less resistance a wire has, the more power is delivered to the spark plug, giving you better performance and improved fuel economy. We have 3 wires here. They are all 8mm wires. The top one is a common stock replacement wire, and you can see that it is measuring more than 1,000 ohms per feet. Next, we move on to the common performance wire that's been available for decades. This measures 400 ohms per feet, and that's a significant improvement. But now let's move over to the SQR Performance ignition wire. This one is measuring only 210 ohms per feet. That is more than a 40% improvement over the performance wire and 98% improvement over a stock replacement. That's much lower resistance, which means better performance and better fuel economy. That's the performance improvement of the 8mm SQR ignition wires. The 8.5mm SQR wires have a unique spiral wound core, allowing them to have only 14 ohms per feet, while still having excellent noise and interference suppression. The next thing we did is we looked at heat endurance, because heat is what kills an ignition wire under the hood of a vehicle. The SQR Performance wire is rated for 400 degrees Fahrenheit of temperature, and the boots are rated for 550 degrees thanks to a very high silicone content. In our testing, that is 150 degrees higher heat resistance than the competitors. The third thing we did is simplify the assembly process for all of our cut-to-fit universal wires. Included in the parts bag is a crimping tool. This tool has a provision to help you strip the wire properly, bend the core over the insulation, and crimp on the terminal. However, we also include brass spades for a much easier and better method. To use these, make a clean, straight cut. There's no need to strip the wire or worry about damaging the core. The spades insert between the insulation and the core, then bend the spade over and crimp the terminal over the top. This is much easier to do, much less likely to damage the core, and it makes a better connection. SQR Performance ignition products are great upgrades over stock and well-known brands. They're ideal for upgrading a stock vehicle, performance vehicles, and sportsman-style racing. SQR Performance is fresh new product brought to you by Flex-A-Lite.